You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
So I'll be honest, I'm expecting very little out of my Chicago White Sox this year. Just as I do for most years with them, honestly, but apparently they beat the Angels last night 11-5, 11 runs on 17 hits. Now, I have no decent way to explain that, but I thought, okay, maybe it can happen again. Cool. Well, that's what we're here for today, everybody, on another stupid sports show for June 29th, 2023. Chicago White Sox on a West Coast trip taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Oh, wow. And, cities do stupid stuff all the time. MKI, I don't know what to tell you. My wonderful former city, Chicago, was caught actually making the yellow lights too quick at certain intersections. And these intersections also happen to have uh, red light cameras. So, you're going to love this. Um, the laws are in Illinois that city outside of the city limits, yellow lights are usually 4 seconds long. In Chicago, they legally have to be 3 seconds. So they started cheating that just little by little, which, Chicago, you get caught by that, it can be bad luck, but for anybody who's coming in from the suburbs and isn't used to that, they would just be racking up ticket upon ticket at every one of these damn red light cameras. And somebody actually went and measured it and figured out they've been getting a little extra, so they had to yeah, do a lot of backtracking on that one. It was embarrassing, and I shouldn't have expected anything less from Chicago government or the city council anyway. They'd started getting some of the old guard out and electing more democratic socialists by the time that I had moved away, but oh, I wouldn't be surprised by that, Luke. Meanwhile, the Tigers have now lost their lead to the Rangers. They are tied 3-3 at the bottom of the sixth. Yes, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Sticks, thank you for being here. Haven't seen you very much recently, but I know you're still out there doing the good work, fighting the good fight. We're waiting for Chicago versus LA to finally materialize on screen, while the Guardians are still leading the Royals 2-0. It's the top of the eighth. Put in the red light cameras and then they got a little too goddamn greedy for their own good. That's the American way. Speaking of which, today's sponsor for this part of another stupid sports show is Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company. As I always say, you never forget your first trip to Screw City. Meanwhile, Yankees and Athletics are tied at 1. No, good for the Athletics, man. It's all right, Corn Man. You haven't missed much. The game hasn't even started yet. So don't worry. We've got a few moments to breathe before I have to start actually paying attention to things that are going on, and my ability to converse becomes that much more limited. Say, uh, yes. Once again, everybody who's providing the scores in chat, not just for me to be caught up, but for everybody who's here. Because if you're just lurking, we're trying to, we try here to, spread as much information as we can to each other about, other sports, other teams, games that are going on that I'm not paying attention to, just because, you know, it can help us have a little bit more complete picture of the sports as we understand them. I think that can only make us better fans. Oh yeah, Corn Man. Yeah, I can imagine you were getting a lot of I'd say tea and sympathy, we will say, from the Twitter.com crowd last night over that perfect game. England had the best of the day, says Luke, about the second test of the Ashes, but still slightly in Australia's favor, no matter what the Google win predictor may say. I don't look at the Google win predictor. All that happened, Luke, was that the Yankees pitcher threw a complete game on the Athletics last night, and Cordman, being an A's fan, probably I can imagine was getting all kinds of shit from his Twitter pals. I mean, Luke, you've been in mod chat. You know how you know how we get to talking once the NFL season starts. No. Then again, it is Twitter, and that's Twitter. Oh, they're showing all the greatest hits from last night in this pregame clip show. Good for them. Make the use of that footage, guys. Oh, fantastic. Hey, anytime you can get a break from social media in any way, that is always good. It was one of my favorite things about when I was driving more is that it kept me off of social media and from doing a lot of doom scrolling. Imagine a certain starting QB in your team has a 0.0 rating. Oh, that truly does sound tough, AI. I hope I don't have to find out about that anytime soon. Oh yeah, no, TikTok is good at, hitting those endorphins at the right time. Oh, have we got another game with Patrick Sandoval pitching for the A's? I think we do, folks. I think we do. Oh yeah, no, TikTok is a blessing, and there's some magical things that can come out of the swamps that is the thirst accounts and the other awful things, but my favorite thing that I have seen lately that has come out of that are the short films showing the aftermath of people trying the Grimace shake from McDonald's. And I can say I think Wes Craven or maybe Kubrick would be proud of a few of them. Uh, and Detroit is still at bat, but they have taken the lead back from the Rangers 4-3 in the top of the seventh. The same way it happened over here in the States. Like so many people joined TikTok during the pandemic because they ran out of things to do. Damn, we get called strike. Batter just looking. That's Remillard, who is getting his first career start at leadoff, actually. That's a 79-mile-per-hour curveball that falls to the outside. 1-1. Oh, give it time, MKI. I'm sure they'll get around to it. Goes chasing a little bit, ends up chopping it foul over on the third base side. The visitors dugout, I think. It's one of the dugouts. Now we're at 1-2. All right. This guy knows how to take advantage of every second of the pitch clock. Mr. Sandoval. He's gotten himself back up to 2-2. Bases are loaded for the Tigers. Athletics and Yankees tied at 1-1. Payoff pitch. And he got a piece of it. It was not caught. The foul with no outs, no less. Oh boy. I've And now we are at a full count. Yeah, I'm not teabagging that sandcastle, I think is the phrase. Damn, he got him out on a 77-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Damn. Beautiful. So beautiful. Out number one for the White Sox. I can't even be mad at that. Anderson is up, looks at a strike up the middle, another four-seam fastball. Anderson so far this year, no home runs, but 11 RBIs. Meanwhile, a defensive lineman named Karl Jones commits to Nebraska. You have a pop-up that people are converging and nobody can get to it. Bloop single to shallow center for a beginning batter runner on first here for the White Sox. Damn. All right, I'm caught up on everything there. Awesome. Oh, just in that perfect space where everybody thought the other person had a step, and so there wasn't enough hustle. Does that curveball again? That could. Let's hope nobody figures that out. We're at 0-1 right now. It's get cracked off to the offside is a single into right, and the runner's gonna try for third. So now we have runners at the corners. One out. Yeah. Well, maybe not at the moment, Logan, but Maybe someday. I've been good today, Luke. Like I said, getting some writing done. And once we get to a commercial break, I gotta talk a little bit about that. Checked swing on the first, makes a 1-0 count. Yeah, the White Sox are doing stuff in the first inning. They got a bloop single into center field and a hit off the bat. Now we have a wild pitch that bounces off the catcher's foot, and that's an easy run for stolen base and a stolen home plate run. Now 1-0. White Sox take an early lead. All right, so only Force is at first right now. We are currently at a 2-0 count at this at bat, but it gets fouled off. 2-1 now. Jimenez is up to bat for Chicago. 262 on the year. Giant haystacks. It's not ringing a bell, but it feels like it should. Was that? It also kind of feels like something out of like 80s WCW. Oh, damn, we have a mound meeting right now going on in the first inning. And we ground out to a double, and the Tigers ground out to a double play. Way to make me look like the fool, Tigers, for believing in you. I told if he was a foot shoulder, he'd look like him. It's not ringing a bell. And that time, Drury is actually able to get it in shallow center. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Runner is trapped at second. And now Andrew Vaughn. Good opportunity to knock a run in, Vaughn. No problem, Joe. Man, must have gotten that on the corner. It's called strike one on Vaughn. But he evens up the count 1-1. Very low pitch right in the dirt. While Guardians are up 2-1 on the Royals. Bottom of the eighth, Casey is still at bat somehow. Oh, I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare tell Joe how to live his life. That's his choice. Made up to a 2-1 count now. Robert Jr. taking the lead at second. Sandoval checks back. Here's the pitch. Changeup is outside. 3-1 now, the count. Uh, yeah, that's the thing about heroes. They eventually fall. And again, he gets them with that curveball. Nobody is expecting it. It's like nobody is looking for that curve. Meanwhile, the Royals have tied it up 2-2. The payoff pitch, it gets fouled out of play. Slider up on the hands. Once again, just want to take a moment to say hey to everybody who's just hanging out, lurking in chat. That's cool. Hope you're enjoying the commentary on an unusual amount of action by the Chicago White Sox in the first inning. Yes, MKI. Miracles do happen. Their fastball fouled off to the side. Still 3-2. Single and a Drew Waters home run. Little wonders never cease. All right. Here we go again. And it gets cracked. Gathered up by the shortstop. Great effort to get the throw out before he collided with the second baseman. Ground out by Vaughn ends the inning, but the White Sox do pick up a run. So, can't be too mad. I should say. Cannot be too mad. And as the White Sox can get out of this inning unscathed, so much the better. Oh, okay. So, like I said, I have been working on a screenplay from a dumb, insane idea that I had more than a year ago now. I tried to pitch it to a friend of mine who I knew was a lot more active in these sorts of things. I thought would be along for the idea, and she told me, "Why don't you just write it yourself?" I haven't tried to write one in a long, long time, so got working on it and everything. And it is only just now that I've been able to start and push through, complete, and work on an actual draft. I wanted to have it done by the end of June. End of June is tomorrow. I'm barely a third of the way through, not even a quarter. So I am going to have some planned embarrassment for myself in July in order to spur myself on to finish this damn screenplay. Meanwhile, we're back at the bottom of the first. Got Lynn pitching for the White Sox. He gets an early 1-0 count on Moniak. Oh, that's an important series. The Brewers Pirates starts tomorrow. We start with a home run, solo dinger over the right field wall for the Angels. Oh, yeah. So, I don't want to talk too much about the story, except to say that it involves that glorious piece of Americana known as the Hallmark Christmas movie. Just let that simmer for you. Get another high pop up to get Mike Trout out. Catcher manages to get it in the sun. Whole bunch of people coming in for backup. Sebi Zavala in on the play there for the first out of the inning. That's a good recovery. Honestly, taking out one of the better players on a pop up. And oh dear, here he is. Big cut by Ohtani. Strike one. Hey, they like an easy narrative, man. Second strike on Shohei. Damn. Um, soon, Luke. Soon. We're officially at the end of the eighth. Meanwhile, Guardians and Royals tied at 2. Ding the opposite way foul. We're up to a 1-2 count now. I forgot to put a ball in there somewhere. And the kids are cheering for Ohtani. Strikes out! Ooh! Gets him with a low slider. Out number 2. Yeah, Monty always wants extra innings. Always, always. But right now, I'm pretty sure that Monty is stationed in the kitchen because I bought chicken today that I'm gonna slow cook overnight, and when I do that, he instantly becomes very, very interested in what's going on in the kitchen. Drury's fly ball goes out to the warning track, but that is going to be out number 3. It's only a solo home run, not the worst thing in the world, but we're essentially back to square one for the White Sox. They will enter the top of the second, tied with the Angels. Luis Arias. Okay, let me see something. The name is familiar to me, but I am not connecting it with a specific team. Luis Arias. Oh, he's on the Marlins. All right. A Venezuelan professional infielder. Debuted with the Twins, 26 years old. Yeah. Currently about to um creeping up toward a 400 average for the season. Damn, 396 right now. Ow. Oh, wow. He's on your fantasy baseball team. Oh, well, lucky you then, MKI. He must be doing very well for you. All right. Once we have another moment, I'll update the other things. But Grandal draws a ball on his first pitch from Sandoval this inning, who's already up above 20 in the second inning. Not the best sign in the world, and now we're at 2-0. And now the Kyrie Irving rumors have begun. Dang. Oh, never. Replacing Jake Cronenworth as your everyday second baseman. Because Cronenworth was being, well, his PS2 controller disconnected. Meanwhile, bottom of the third, Oakland has taken the lead on New York again, 2-1, and that's the New York Yankees, not the Mets. We're at 3-1 now, and Grandal draws the walk. So once again, we get some base runners for the White Sox to start an inning. Perez gets a sac fly, and it's Oakland 3-1 over the New York Yankees. Oh yeah, and right on cue, there's the clip I was talking about the perfect game from last night that, like I said, because of the the wretched state that the front office and the owners put the Athletics in. Well, like Aaron Judge has been in and out all season with different kinds of injuries, it feels like. Is this a new part of his body or a re-aggravation of an old one, Tyler? And meanwhile, Sandoval gets Berger looking with 3 straight pitches. That is now out number 1 for the Angels here in the top of the second with Toe. Ah, the Rays beating up on somebody. Ah, the surprise. Misses with the curve that time. Sandoval gets a 1-0 count on Frazier. And as a chopper grabbed by the shortstop and thrown just in time to get the runner at first. Other runner moves to second. And, oh, damn, it is 2 outs. I was right. Okay, well, here's a decent opportunity for you, Zavala. You made a good catch in the sun, and now you can contribute with some good slugging, but looking at a called strike ain't going to be the way to start that off. Played the Los Angeles Dodgers, he hit the wall in our bullpen. Oh. Ow. With some assistance from the catcher, we get another called strike on Zavala. And y'all know what I mean by the catcher assistance when they move their hand immediately to the strike zone to make it look like it's been there the whole time. That one's outside. Catcher gets up, moves forward a bit to discourage any movement from the runner on second. I have no 4th of July plans at the moment, Cornman, except to put on some good music and try to ignore what's going to sound possibly like a bombing, as all of my neighbors shoot off all the fireworks and scare the shit out of my cats. Oh, and in case you're wondering, Angie is currently on strike on her blanket under the monitors right now, so that's why she's not over here. Very mad. So at the 1 and 2 now, it's going to be opposite field right to them. Easy way to retire the White Sox in the second inning. Dang. Oh, I do pay Angie. I pay Angie every day in treats and the ear scritches and giving her the almighty throne of my arm, which I allow her to drape herself on and then carve up if necessary, if it so pleases her. No, I'm a good cat owner. You know what? Hang on. Yep. That's right. He saw it coming, but he was powerless to do anything about it. All right. Game is back, by the way, and so far Lynn has got Mustakas up to a 1-1 count, but loses control of the cutter and gets it up to 2-1. Yeah. Yeah, Monty has also, by the way, figured out how to get up on top of the cabinets without anything out of the ordinary being stacked in the way, as we have another home run by the A's. Mustakas, the moose is loose. And that is another solo dinger to put the Angels up 2-1 in the second inning. Still no outs. Oh dear. So who is in the money in the bank? I know they do both a men's and a women's money in the bank, right? So who are involved in those? Odd fact, Corn Man, as Ice takes a called first strike in his at bat. Um, I once dropped one of those chicken flavored crackers on the ground. Monty did not touch it, was not interested, did not care. Let me emphasize, whenever I do, whenever I bring home chicken to cook, he can smell it quickly. He figures that out. He wants the chicken. He will spend the entire time that the slow cooker is going just staring at it, trying to will the chicken out with his mind. Meanwhile, Torkelson got a 3-run homer for the Tigers, 8-3. Detroit is still at bat. Can't until Roman Reigns solo sequel versus Usos. Okay. Uh, I don't think if Alice has any nicknames, I've forgotten them, but Monty's just what I call him. His full name, of course, is Montgomery William Montgomery, but that takes too long to say. Oh my God, the Angels just got a 2-run shot. Holy crap. It is now 4-1. Angels getting a little bit of retribution for the game last night. But yeah, they put the Warrior helmet on him. I never really had any nicknames for Angie, but there's this one woman who I lived with for a while, and this was in a living situation with 5 roommates temporarily, and she was the girlfriend of another one of the roommates. But just to establish that, she had all kinds of nicknames for Angie because she absolutely loved Angie, even though she was allergic. Oh my God, and now the A's bats have awakened. Got Escobar with a single out to center field. We still have no outs registered so far in the bottom of the second. And Lynn looks like he is in all kinds of trouble. Oh God, if the Angels score, if this like breaks their record of 25 runs again, I'm not going to be able to handle it. You know that, don't you all? It's not going to be a pretty sight. All right, Velasquez has now made it to bat in the second inning. Always good. Fakes the bunt. Lynn misses with the slider though. It will be 0-1. No, 1-0. Don't worry, Cornman. I already did. And damn, Velasquez beat the throw from the pitcher on the bunt. Good job. I cannot be mad about that effort. Yeah, at least we're not the Cubs. Still no outs. Runners on first and second. Lynn is getting lit up. Oh, and look who's back up. The dude who hit a solo home run in the first inning. Starts with a 1-0 count with another low pitch. Oh. Yeah, the fact that WWE brought Logan Paul in, that's honestly one. It's honestly, and I'm sorry to say this, Tyler, it's a pretty strong argument for me not being interested in what WWE has to do. This one will get skied out to right field. Does get close enough to hold the runner at second, however. Got an out. Never thought it would happen. Okay. All right. It's serious time now. Oh, Is that so that both Moustakas and Renfro are former Brewers? Yeah, that's right. There have been 3 home runs for the A's in this game. Awesome. Big swing on that 90-mile-per-hour fastball. 0-2 now. Lynn looks back at second. Yeah, that pitch is in the dirt. Yeah. Damn, Trout got struck out with a breaking ball. Who would have thought? Yeah. Yeah, I've already kind of started losing track of this game because it's starting to look pretty hurt near hopeless for uh for the Sox right now. I think I think Lynn just busted through one of his engagements for this at bat. Donnie's still waiting for his first pitch in this series, and it is a slider up the middle for a strike. Mm-hmm. Oh, I heard, Tyler. I heard. And if they don't leave the Athletics name behind, then it will be it'll be an even worse shame than it already is. And some good job by the catcher to defend on that pitch and keep the runner from advancing. We are now at 1-2. 2 outs, still the runners on first and second. Shohei Ohtani is at bat. He struck out, actually, I think, his first time up. Uh, okay, Ohtani is checking in with the ref, making sure that the count is what he thinks it is. And he gets struck out again. Damn. Well, I mean, good. I mean, it's good that y'all got out of the inning, but whew. Wow. I just got a very, very early message about accounts of this game and the Chicago White Sox, and immediately afterward they had an ad for an attorney. Oh, coincidences. If the A's moved to Vegas and changed their name, you move your teams to the Cardinals. Okay. I can't argue with it. Yeah. So I'll be honest, this is about what I expected to get out of this game, which is the Sox getting essentially humiliated, and I wasn't expecting Shohei Ohtani to strike out twice. You know, they can't They can't rain down the thunder every day, I suppose. But yeah, it is also comforting to know that there are other people on the team who can step up if Otane's bat goes cold or if Mike Trout isn't doing much. Fortunately, I believe he's 1 for 2 today. If I'm remembering correctly, might be 0 for 2. Like I said, my brain is already trying to push this game out. First pitch from Sandoval to Remillard. Mr. Duck. That's all. That's just what I'm going to call him now. Hey, Tim. Hope you're doing well, man. That day's treating you well and that you haven't had to deal with any BS nonsense. It's going to be a chopped single up the middle. Base hit. Get things started for the White Sox in the third. See if they can actually make this translate into some runs this time. Yeah, that's also part of it, Luke. That I have been putting a lot of working on stream stuff and those things on hold because I've been trying to concentrate on getting this screenplay. Have another ball and both the shortstop and the third baseman miss it. Another single, another runner on. First and second. No outs for the White Sox here in the third. So that's also why I'm going to be doing this nonsense that I am planning in July. Is because I want to get back to all those other all the other fun stuff that I also want to do on this channel. I just knew that combined with trying to work on everything at once, I just didn't have the energy and the focus for it. So just trying to narrow in. All right, we got an 0-1 count to Robertson Jr. That's Vladdy Jr. says he will participate in the home run derby this year. Damn. Robertson gets a called strike from the first base umpire. Ugh. Awkward. Meanwhile, catcher is able to keep track of the ball, hold the runners from advancing. Count now moves to 1-2. Yeah, Luke, there's just been a lot of, like reevaluating how I want things to look, reevaluating the technical logistics for certain things. I think I've got some stuff figured out, but there's also some minorly crazy shit I want to do. Counts 2-2, by the way. That appeal to the first base umpire didn't work that time. Excuse me, sorry about that. Damn. Robertson Jr. has now gotten up to a full count with Sandoval. We could have had it all, MKI. Rolling in the deep. We had Aroldis Chapman on deck. He got replaced by someone who is not Aroldis Chapman. Oh. You know, if you want to curl up in my lap, you can just do it. You don't have to be coy and try to walk on the, the chair arm as well. Angie, you are a weird creature. All right, Jimenez is up to bat now with the bases loaded after that walk. And the first pitch gets fouled off, 0-1. And a brief appearance of Miss Angie. Sandoval, here comes pitch 49. It is going to get blooped, singled out to center once again. 2 runs will score. Officially, we will have runners at second and third now. Oh, never mind. Everybody only advanced 1 base. They really did hold up. Okay. Well, White Sox have scored another run, and have they even had 1 out in this inning? Nope. I was right. They had to catch up to me. Officially, runners at the corners. 2 runs scored, so the White Sox are only down by 1 right now. Yeah, we were all hoping MKI. But Vaughn is up now. Sandoval still has no outs to work with. Gets pretty close inside with that pitch. 1-0. It was looping in the same way as curveball did, but and now he's going a bit high. 2-0. All right, all right. Sandoval. Good thing that we're close to the All-Star break, man. You can get some time off. And that curve just, woo, 76. And oh, the air underneath it, 3-0 right now. He might be making a big show of just walking somebody without doing the intentional walk. But Vaughn is going to protect the plate with that 4-seam, and he will get the count to 3-1 instead. Hmm. Well, in case I hadn't mentioned it before, Corn Man, I will be doing a Power of Duck stream on the day of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. In fact, right during the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. So, if you want a good excuse to avoid that game of baseball, you can have that. Meanwhile, Vaughn strikes out for the first out of the inning. Oh, Vaughn. Oof. Meanwhile, we have a final in 10. Royals beat the Guardians 4-3. Oh, damn. And another curve by Sandoval, which nobody's figured out yet apparently. 0-1. That fastball is just a little too high out of the zone. Count is now even, 1-1. Grandal is up, walked the last time he came up to bat. Still have runners on the corners. Sox trailing the Angels by 1. The 1-1 pitch. Even all the catcher assistants in the world couldn't make that fastball a strike. 2-1. Freddie Furman, who replaced Aroldis Chapman on a walk-off double for the Royals. Meanwhile, that curveball gets hit the opposite way. Second baseman cannot complete the play on it. It is a base hit. Once again, we get runners at the corners. And now it's tied. It is tied. Just right over the glove of the second baseman. Damn. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah, it is, Angie. You know, it's a good bounce for us, but meanwhile, we get this one popped up to the infield. Easy out. Yes, hooray for nonsense. Because if we didn't have it, then what would we have? Normality. And that's just boring. Those sweeping pitches of Sandoval. That has been his most successful pitch for notching strikes, and none of the White Sox have figured out how to take advantage of it yet. High fastball, 1-1. Oh, before we go on, I should mention we do have another sponsor for part of the stream today. I'll mention them after this pitch, which gets past the first baseman. It's another base hit for the Sox. Another run will score, but this time the runners get held up at first and second. Possible out for the A's that they could get a play at any base to end this inning and staunch the bleeding a little bit. But White Sox have drawn some blood here in the third. They now lead 5-4. Now, big thank you to our sponsor for this part of another Stupid Sports Show, Bittner's Sweet and Tangy Barbecue. They were out of salt and vinegar. I mean, it's good, but it's just not the same. Oh, they just automatically walked the dude. They just automatically walked the dude. No, I like barbecue flavors. I was honestly just really in the mood for salt and vinegar. They walked him. They walked him, and now he's 2-0 on this batter. Oh my goodness, what are you guys doing? Oh, please, Sandoval, do not give yourself the ultimate humiliation. All right, at least you got a strike there. Don't walk in a run, man. Don't walk in a run. Well, Tigers win 8-5. Opposite field single, and that's going to score actually two. I think it scored 2 runs. We have Millard, Mr. Duck at first. Yeah, that's another 2 runs for the White Sox. I'm going to guess that the runner either got to first and second or first and third. And I don't see him at second. He made all the way to third. Just remember, Corin, man, your kink is cool until you inflict it on other people. That sinker is inside, ball 1 to Anderson. Sandoval has been wrecked this inning. The bullpen is busy. Somebody is warming up. That is Jose Soriano who is warming up for the Angels right now. That changeup just misses on the outside. 2-1. Tim Anderson has 2 singles so far and has scored 2 runs during this game. And we our first pickoff attempt. They're quick to remind us, first disengagement, no penalty. I think they get 2 of them per batter, I believe. All right, here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's going to be another opposite field one, but this time the right fielder has enough time to get in and catch the fly. Strand a couple runners, but not before not only absolutely ringing Sandoval's bell, but taking the lead back. I didn't even keep track of how many hits. I'm just going to... Yeah, that's just what I'm going to do for right now. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's how it's going to be listed for right now until I get the actual number of hits. And okay, good. At least I know what to put it back to when I get that number confirmed. And hello again, Angie. Were you pretending to barf on my electronics again? I'm not exactly sure what you get out of that, aside from trying to scare me. But it's not cool. It's really not cool. No, she doesn't really do the hairballs much these days. Especially now that it's summer and, all that excess fur has been, getting combed out and whatnot. All right, there's a couple people couple Sox fans out in support of the team. Good to see, always. As a 30 sec 37th pitch for Lynn is a low strike to Brandon Drury to get things started here. This is a little bit inside with that curveball to make things 1-1. I really wish you would decide whether you're going to actually leave the room or just decide to pester me the whole time. Oh, damn. And we are at now 1-2. White Sox have 8 hits. Okay. I guess we'll be accurate now. Make that 7 because Drury just got a base hit into left field. All right, because I'm watching this on NBC Sports Chicago, they are plugging on Friday 5 p.m. that they're going to be welcoming the Chicago Blackhawks class of 23, basically all the people that the Blackhawks got in the draft. I cannot think of something that I want to watch less. Hmm. Well, they ate smaller than Warwick Davis is because I shrank the size of the font and then never put it back to its normal size of this. Best of luck to Connor Bedard in Chicago. And remember, Connor, no matter what, nobody deserves to make you feel. Nobody has the right to make you feel like a victim. Unless it's a cat. That's just how they are. Nice of you to point out that this game is going really slow, announcers. Thank you. I hadn't felt it dragging on the edges of my soul. Not at all. Nope. 2-2 count now to Moustakas. That slider was in the dirt. Catcher is able to keep it in front of him. Now 3-2. Extra loud cheers now coming from the Angels in the outfield. Payoff pitch in the dirt. They're looking for the check swing. Nope. First walk issued by Lynn today, and now it is first and second with nobody out. Here in the bottom of the third. Catcher Matt Thice is up now, is 1-for-1 with a single in the first. Or maybe it was the second, who knows. It's all blurring together now. Yankees have free taken the lead in the top of the sixth. 6-3. Yep, it is going well. It has been an exciting back and forth game so far. And that's even without Angie walking in front of the keyboard and the mouse the whole time and essentially trying to make doing this as difficult as possible, which I notice you never do on the streams where I have more shit to keep track of. It's 1-1, by the way. It's always on streams like this. Another one fouled away. 1-2 now. That's another one in the dirt that the catcher has to chase down. 2-2. Oh boy. Looks like Lynn wants to copy Sandoval's performance here in the third inning. The extra cheers coming up from home crowd. An easy chopper. And they do get the player at second, but miss the turn. Safe at first, runners at the corners. Apparently, we might be reviewing. Oh, yeah, that was a good handling of a glove flip to glove. You know? Yeah, they ensured the out. That's what matters. It could have been much worse. At least it didn't get caught up in his glove, and all the throws were on target. First pitch gets fouled away. Hello, Mr. John Jay. Once again, my sympathy towards you and all the Cardinals fans out there for what you're going through. I mean that. The Cardinals have given me much joy over the years by making the Cubs fans sad, and it's something that I grew to appreciate. Haley, what's good? My White Sox are currently making a decent show of it against the Angels 7-4, but we've also got Angie sitting right here and forcing me to work around her. And that one gets away from him. And they're not able to catch the runner at second, and they get the stolen base run from the guy on third. Ooh. Oh, I gotcha. That's cool. Other than that, we're just hanging out, seeing the game proceed and being much closer than we expected. Hit for hit, pound for pound. Count's now 3-1, full count up to it now after that one's fouled off. Yankees now lead 8-3 in the top of the sixth. Oh, remember that really awesome time when the Athletics were leading the Yankees? Yeah. Yeah, I miss those times. Another one fouled off. All right. Oh yes, probably should correct the score actually. It's now 7-5. And he fouls it. Renfroe fouls it off the other direction now. This is the third foul ball in a row. Lynn is going to reach a pitch count of 60 in this part of the inning. Runner on second, full count against Renfroe. Payoff pitch from Lynn. Four seam goes up the middle but drops it shallow. They cannot complete the double play. Not for lack of trying, but nice. But dude just got back to that bag as fast as he could. Oh, it's not really that empty because the Yankees fans are there? Yeah. Oh yeah, you never know what can happen. We were actually having the power of bullshit discussion earlier, John Jay. Do you think the Cardinals might be able to find the bullshit again? Escobar gets a called strike on the first pitch. Oh, pitching change, Cornman? And just one fan yelling out loud, "You suck!" We're not sure who he was talking to either, so based on performance, you might think it's Lin, but you know, he's doing decently well, as has been the support. That one's a bullet grabbed by the second baseman. They're able to end the third. Oh, to the White Sox pitcher. He's got 60 pitches. That's are capable of it is the pitching for the Cards. That's a damn shame. That's always one of the toughest things to fix. Especially when you're trying to actually, you know, build a bullpen. And with that, folks, I think I'm going to take a pause for the cause. But don't worry, I will be back soon for the continuance of our coverage of the White Sox and the Angels. Somehow it is 7-5 White Sox in the third inning. We're going to be going to the top of the bottom of the third when we get back. Thank you for being here for another stupid sports show. What am I doing? Of course, the first strike that he gets on him when I get back is that same damn looping curve that nobody has been able to solve, just like that changeup. Dang, man. Come on, folks. He also struck out the first batter of the inning for the White Sox, so I'm a little miffed about that. I do remember how well Sandoval pitched for the Angels last time that Last time that I watched them play and he was on the mound, I think he got near 100 pitches, at least 95, if I remember correctly. That fastball fouled off down the first base line, 1-2. Oh, Yankees have gotten a pizza against the A's. It's 10-3. Celebration for everybody. Loses control of that one. Very high, very outside. 1-2. Catcher had to get up. Yeah, I thought for a moment about making an incentive for a team reaching 8 runs, but based on how scoring seems to have gone completely bonkers in Major League Baseball as of late, I think that might do severe damage to my kidneys. So, yeah, that one is off the drawing board. It was another strikeout, by the way, so now the White Sox are their second out. Oh, look who's up. It's Vaughn. Deep out to center, and it gets robbed by the center fielder. Ah, damn, man. Well, away we go to the. Well, it was the top of the fourth, and now we're moving along to the bottom of the fourth. Mike Trout saves a couple extra bases and maybe more. Still 7-5. Ah, that's a disappointment. Sorry, I'm getting yelled at by Angie again. I'm not sure what it's about this time, though. Is that what this is about? The fact that the sponsored products were taking up the valuable space that should be occupied by the tower that you have refused to sit in for the majority of this stream? Maybe that's it. 8 runs in the top of the sixth puts the Yankees on top 10-3. We have finally gotten out of the top of the sixth inning. And he said with a minimum amount of optimism, the Yankees get back, or the Athletics get back into this, one of those two. Oh, she wants to be on stream, but she's not leaping up. All right. You know what I think that calls for, Luke? A celebration with one of our sponsors. Super Chill Cream Soda. It certainly is. Sox. I also am entertained by the fact that the big advertiser on this Chicago-based thing is the Village of Bedford Park. Honestly, Luke, I can believe it. I believe it. A swing and a miss by Moniak. That is 2 straight strikes he's gotten on him now. Remember that one with a changeup. 0-2 coming in. Fastball sails high, and just like that, right on cue, she is back. Which do I prefer for the team? Perpetually mid or perpetually bad? Perpetually anything is I don't want perpetually either, because that indicates some kind of stubbornness within the front office maybe, or ownership. By the way, that is a strikeout to get another out in the total. And if it seems like the team is stuck in the mud, no matter what decision, no matter what roster changes they make, no matter what coaching hires they do, I would rather see the changes start with the ownership. If my team was perpetually mid or perpetually bad. Wait, was that fair? Somehow it was, and they're going to get this as a double down the third baseline that stayed fair. Damn. Runner in scoring position for the Angels here in the bottom of the fourth. Meanwhile, Rays beating the Diamondbacks 6-0. No surprise. That's the 14th double for Mike Trout this season. There you go. Can't be bad. Okay, so the White Sox are going to intentionally walk Ohtani. You heard that right. The White Sox are intentionally walking Ohtani. Move on to Drury, who is 1 for 2 today. Ohtani is 0 for 2 today. First pitch on the outside. No catcher assistance could help it. 1-0. First and second. 2 outs, 1-0 count. Big swing from Drury. Puts it up to 1-1. Yeah, it is certainly a decision. No, it was a decision that was made and expressed with words and concepts that could be understood by both parties involved. Beyond that, I'm not willing to say anything more. Another big cut by Drury, 1-2. And damn, he catches him with the high fastball. Lynn pitches him out of the inning. Damn. We're going to go to the top of the fifth with a stranded runners at first and second for the Angels, and the White Sox still leading 7-5. This is why we're not managers. Oh boy. Well, the White Sox could hold on to the 2-run lead for another series of outs. Good for them. Let's have, while we have a moment, go over to the scores page and, okay, yes, Pirates lost to the Padres 5-4. We got that. The Tigers lost to the Rangers 8-5. The Guardians lost to the Royals 4-3 in the 10th. Yes. Yankees still over the Athletics 10-3, and we don't get another game starting until 5:10 when the Marlins will be going against the Red Sox. Well, they're still getting their getting their commercials and money's worth for everything that they're cramming in this game. Especially for reminding me about the village of Bedford Park. That's another thing that I have been holding back on working on are, well, since this is a community radio station by as I have dubbed it, I figure it only fair that I should put out announcements that impact the community, whether it be the local or the community of this station. So there's going to be a lot that goes into that, and I have been waiting so long to be done with this writing project so I could, put all my attention on that. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks have scored. Maybe they can make this interesting again. We're about to reach the 86th pitch for Sandoval. He has an 0-2 count against Grandal. And once again, that gentle curveball that nobody can figure out. 6th strikeout of the day for Sandoval. Ouch. And it was just the slowest swing, too. Is like Grandal figured out like halfway through it is just like, he got me. I'm already out of position. Can't do it. All right, Berger is up now. He's struck out and popped out today. They're going to aim inside and instead end up going high for now a 2-0 count. Detroit is 4 games out of first place. Another curveball strike. Don't learn. Yeah, Detroit is 4 games out of first place, and the White Sox don't know how to hit 80-mile-per-hour curveballs. That is the story of the AL Central this season. 2-2 now, by the way. Yes, the important thing is winning, announcers. Thank you for the astute insight. Oh god, my brain is going to leak out of my ears if I keep listening to it. All right, 90-second pitch from Sandoval gets Burger swinging. Second out of the fifth. Oh man. All right, can Frazier do something? Nope, got fooled by the same style of pitch again. Just that gentle curve that goes around and back in. Fools him every time. And now, even with the check swing, Frazier is up to 0-2 at this at bat. Hmm. Yeah, that's another one of the things that's been pushed off, Luke. Like I said, been trying to give my focus to a few things at a time. And he gets him swinging to end the top of the fifth. Oh, that was brutal. But a great job by Sandoval for getting another inning under his belt for the Angels. Let's just clear all that out. That's empty. Middle of the fifth? No, bottom of the fifth. I'm going to be so glad when I get this finished up. See, another thing that I'm doing is switching up how I do some of these scene changes, especially for the sports games. And let's just say that it's been a lot of work, but after it's done, I'm going to be able to pretty much feed whatever assets I want into this setup that I'm putting together, and yeah, it'll just make my life a lot easier. And I can't, and I won't say any more about it without getting like really nerdy and overly descriptive stuff that I should probably save that uh for that one time that somebody asked me how I made my setup. I will tell you that there's only a couple pieces of outside software that I use. All of it, the rest is OBS or other plugins that I download. And then it's going to be pretty embarrassing when I get to the subject of equipment. Oh, look, the game's back again. All right, Bandai Namco is sponsoring this part of the fifth inning. That's right, the Pac-Man people. Cutter is way inside to Mustakas. We start at the bottom of the fifth with a 1-0 count. Ah, now you're happy to sit there, Angie. I see how this goes. Oh yes, it's always safe to download random files off the internet. Well, Gian is in the studio and he is absolutely just tickled that they're getting all of their scoring on individual hits and not a lot of homers. Oh, they're mocking the batter. They're mocking the batter for popping out. They literally said, "I'm sad," in that exact droopy dog tone of voice. Wow. Were announcers always this asshole-ish? Or am I just missing it? Another pitch in the dirt for Lynn. Thankfully, there are no base runners that he has to contend with at the moment, so still safe, but with a 1-2 count now. And strike three on a cutter to the ice. And that's second out now in the inning. Whee! Oh yeah, we're definitely going to take another pause for the cause, I think, after the top of the sixth. I mean, the game has picked up, but yeah, it's stretching. Hunter Renfroe will foul back for his first strike. I don't know, it's so much about bored as just not very deep thinkers. But damn, that one is just foul. Down the third base line, 0-2. Still 10-3. Yankees over Athletics for the seventh inning. Whatever it is. 0-2 from Lynn. Renfroe gets him swinging to end the inning. Damn. Now we go to the top of the sixth. And whoosh. Yeah, I do remember. Because, like I said, I remembered how well Sandoval pitched the last time that I had seen him play for the Angels, and I was about ready to write this one off, and then suddenly they figured out how to play the baseball again. I mean, good for them, but it was unexpected. We will just say that. Yeah, I think I definitely picked the wrong time to decide to take a break because now they're throwing in all the big money back to back to back to back to back ads. Making me think this is going to be a stretched one. Oh yeah. Sorry folks. I know they've been selling how fast the games are going today, but I'm not sure we're going to be that lucky. Um I think Angie's opinions on extra innings. Yeah, she definitely woke up as soon as her name was called. Um It all depends on whether it interrupts her feeding schedule or her ability to steal focus in the house. And look at that. We have a pitching change, folks. Jose Soriano is now out for the Angels. Sandoval is apparently done for the day after a after pitching 5 innings, 7 runs, and who knows how many hits at this point. Never seem to catch that stat when it comes up. Either that or they don't show it at every break. It's one of the two. Very inside, almost hits Zavala on the friggin' hands. 1-0. Get things started in the top of the 6th. None at all, man. None at all. A little bit of catcher assistance makes the count 1-1 on the outside part of the plate. Here we are with the 1-1 pitch. Takes a big cut on a curveball, misses all of it. Good 1-2 position now for Soriano. And he gets him to go down swinging. Too easy. Almost too easy. Yeah, at least the AL Central teams are a living dumpster fire. It can provide more entertainment for the rest of the league. Once again, another check swing leads to another called strike by Mr. Duck. And 99-mile-per-hour fastball from Soriano. Mr. Duck is now 0-2, and we have spotted a lurking Ishii. Hello, hello. Great to see you in the San Francisco video for the 30 for 30. Great job. Right now, the LA Angels are trailing the Sox by 2, but I have no expectations for the Sox, so I think the Angels have a perfect opportunity to get back into this game. Now 2-2 and missed control of that one, 3-2. That's not going to help you guys get back into this game. And no corn, man. We're not playing. There are no cards. We're just screwing around. I am planning on bringing the cards back for this weekend, actually. So be prepared for that. He tried to sell it, but Mr. Duck got caught looking at a 101 mile per hour fastball, strikes him out. 2 outs in the inning now. Yeah, but I also have to make sure I clarify that so that there's no misunderstandings with the chat. And that slider slid through the strike zone, but apparently it went through at just the right angle to get a strike. We are definitely feeling stuck in time at the moment, Ishii, which is better than being unstuck because that can be quite unpredictable. Counts up to 1-1 right now. Follow-up pitch, another check swing. They're going to check. Oh, they updated it right before the next pitch as 1-2, and now it's 2-2 after the ball. Oh, that's another ball in the dirt. Fastball puts it up to 3-2. Anderson is 2 for 3 today. It's the full count. with 2 outs, nobody on. They nailed him looking. They nailed him looking. Damn. Already we're off to the middle of the sixth, and like I said, I would take a nice little pause for the cause in the middle of the sixth. We will return for the rest of this nonsense between the Angels and the White Sox on another stupid sports show. And just like that, folks, we are back for the rest of White Sox versus Angels. The White Sox somehow leading 7-5 in the bottom of the sixth. Not for lack of trying by the Angels, but Lynn, who we thought was going to be juiced after reaching 60 pitches very early, is still out in the bottom of the sixth. If he can get through this, he's just gotten to pitch number 95. That will be fantastic for the Sox bullpen, who I can see Gregory Santos is warming up for them right now. Okay. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks have scored. Good for them. Yankees still on top of the Athletics, 10-3. While Velasquez has a 1-2 count. It's up to 2-1 now. Yay! I'll see you, John. Hope things go well for you. Vasquez fouls that one away now, 2-2. Getting some encouragement from the home fans now. Are we at pitch 100 yet for Lynn? We're about to be after this full count. Yeah. Oh, that one's off the end of the bat. They're getting waved away as their left fielder, Robertson, comes out of center. And that's out number 2. Lynn getting some help from the fielding as well to finish out this 6th inning. Yeah. There we go. Now that's ready. And damn, gets Moniak with a changeup to start off this at bat. 0-1. Now you remember Moniak got that solo home run in the first, which got things started off. Fouls off that cutter that was on the inside. 0-2. Under the 3rd pitch now. A little low. It's now 1-2. That one gets knocked foul as well. Count's still 1-2. And this one is going to be popped up along the first base foul side. They end up hitting each other. But he makes it even when he collides with the 3rd baseman. It wasn't a hard collision, but it still happened. Okay, that answers another question for me. The hits are currently 8-8, but White Sox have been more efficient getting people in. Still 7-5 as we go to the top of the 7th. Oof. As the White Sox win the AL Central, honestly, I don't know what I'll friggin' do. If they do win the AL Central, I'll cover them in the playoffs for however long their opponents allow them to stay. Are you just staying quiet because you're upset about the Padres losing and getting swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates? Yeah, she's definitely not angry about that. Not a bit. Oh, they're trying hard to ramp up interest in the race by the lake. Damn, they collided with each other, went off their gloves. One dude had to trap it against his body to end the inning. I didn't know who I honestly couldn't tell who had gotten it. I think the third baseman ended up getting it. Meanwhile, Robert Jr. is now at a 1-1 count. Soriano's still on the mound, gets another one in the dirt, counts up to 2-1. Just that, whenever the Chargers were doing well, she seemed to be much happier. You know, the same way that all pet owners figure out what their team, what their, what the team affinity of their pets are. Damn, great play by the shortstop. Just gets Robert Jr. Whew. First out is a hard grounder. Velasquez snags it out of, able to get moving, make the turn, and the great throw on target to get that first out. Now a 1-0 count to Jimenez. Please ignore the casual copy and pasting into Google of certain things. Yes. All right, you've moved up to a 3-1 count now on Jimenez. Still nobody on base. Takes a big cut of a four-seam fastball. That one goes out of bounds. Full count. Okay, I think that guy who yelled "You suck" earlier, I think he was I think it was at the Angels because he just gave this really chicken squawk growly "Yeah!" as soon as Jimenez got walked for the White Sox. So at least there's a mystery solved today. Vaughn is up again, 0 for 3. Got robbed of what could have been a home run the last time it was up. Bad pitch, way off target. Had to be saved from going wild and allowing a stolen base. 1-1. Ooh, movement in the NHL. The Oilers have traded Kyler Yamamoto and Klim Kostin to the Red Wings for future considerations. Oh, how perfectly aristocratic of them. For future considerations. Oh, that it sounds so pompous when you think about it, but hey. I know it's the language. A little bit of catcher assistance gets it up to 2-2 from the outside mysteriously back over the plate. Who would have thought how that happened? And damn, he gets him with another strikeout on a slider. The Blues seriously have 6 first-round picks for the next 2 years. Damn. They're going to be doing some major reconstruction, aren't they? We got a called strike to Grandal for his current at bat. Called strike on the inside. They say that was a curveball, but I can never tell when it is and when it isn't. I'm just following what they say on the television. Uh, Damn, he struck out and lost control of the bat and flung it into his own damn dugout. Think they'll go in on some players with them instead? All right, we will see what comes to pass, I guess. Oh yeah, they struck out to end the seventh. We are officially at the stretch. So sing the appropriate song that everybody actually likes listening to after the obligatory "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" sing along. Pierre-Luc Dubois is with the Kings, and they extend him for he got an 8 by 8.5. It's I'll be honest, that doesn't seem too bad for the NBA. Mercy Mercy got drafted in the NHL draft today. Yeah. Between Mercy Mercy and Bonk, the NHL draft has been a good source of player names. I don't know why it's working out this way in the NHL draft instead of the NFL draft, but that's just the world we live in right now. Maybe it has something to do with the Canadian wildfires. Who knows? All sorts of stupidity can occur when you've been inhaling nothing but ashes for 3 days straight, I guess. I haven't been inhaling ashes, folks. I've been wearing a mask outside, keeping the windows closed. And I don't have window AC, I got central air, so. Damn, Lynn is finally out, getting relieved by Joe Kelly. Alright, so who is up now for. Oh no. Is it. Oh my god, he looks like the dude who used to pitch on our softball team, I think. Oh, and he's got one of those kind of deliveries with, definite stops and starts. Gets a slow strike right up the middle. He's not going to be able to fool him with that one again. And instead he does a 99-mile-per-hour sinker right up the middle for strike two. Okay. Yeah. 100 miles per hour on that one, but bit outside, so they call it 1-2. That one's a little bit too low. Right in the dirt, actually. 2-2. Aw, the Athletics got another run. Good for them. They're only down by 6 at the end of the 8th. Trout fouls that fastball out of play. Still at 2-2. We did get some good names this year. That one gets cracked into right field. Easy handling of it by the fielder, thrown in at second. Trout will have a single. Brockdock? Yeah, Brockdock, of course. Of course there's somebody named Brockdock. Oh, God. Whatever team he goes through, they're going to be calling him Doc Ock. I promise you. And they're actually going to pitch Ohtani this time. Oh yeah, Grady Dick is a good. That's a that Dick is always well, some people just can't get enough of the word. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Ohtani has fouled off to put the count at 1-1. Now we're correct with the outs. Catcher assistants couldn't help on that one that time. 2-1. People hoping for another dinger out of Ohtani. I mean, easy steal to second for Trout as that one bounced to the backstop. I thought for a moment it might have hit Ohtani in the foot. And once again, Ohtani gets walked. And thank you again for extending the game, teams. So now, another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you by Chicken Flavored Crackers, and I now officially have Angie's attention. If they do that, MKI, give him number 69. All the respect to them. All of it. First and second takes a big cut on a sinker. Fouls out. Oh yes, we cannot forget how much chicken flavored crackers have done for us, especially on this show. Clocked into the air right field. Jimenez is going to be underneath. It will stop Trout from advancing to third. First out of the inning recorded by the White Sox. And now he is back. Stockus, the Moose, is back up for the Angels. And swings and misses on a slider. Still at 0-1. Yeah, is it a contract year for Ohtani next year? Is he a free agent? Is it a real possibility? Oh, and it's official. Rays beat the Diamondbacks 6-1. Ah. And it gets fouled away. Now 1-2. First and second, one out. Kelly with a 1-2 count on Moustakas, who's already done a little bit of damage in this game. Here it comes, is going to be hit right to second baseman. They're able to get the second short first double play at first and second base to end this inning quickly, prevent any damage being done. And here comes the requisite pitcher check at the end of every inning. We move on to the eighth. All right, what else do I gotta change out this? And this is the other reason why I'm gonna be glad when this system is finished, so that I don't have to go keep switching all of these individually every time the inning is over. I can just assign it to a little process and get it done on its own. MKI thinks the Dodgers or Yankees will get him first. I know that they like to throw the money, but do either of those teams have the money to throw at him? Mariners? Mm, maybe. But I'm honestly just kind of surprised by the idea that the Angels wouldn't do everything in their power to try to get Ohtani to stick around. Well, if he wants Patrick Mahomes' money, yeah, maybe he should go play for the Chiefs. No? Maybe they could do like a Prince and Pauper kind of exchange and see if anybody notices. Just let Patrick Mahomes and Shohei Ohtani switch up sports. You know, just while the seasons are overlapping. I don't see how that can go wrong. Oh, and now you decide to change places again. We have a new pitcher in for the Angels. Davinsky, who is now up to a 2-0 count on Berger after that slider misses. Oh, that's going to be a bullet that gets gobbled up by the second baseman. Easy toss to first to get the out. Do you have anything you would like to contribute to this conversation? It's Marcel. Okay, that maybe they thought it was Merci, like mercy, and they just didn't want to sound like they were making up a French name. Marcel. Yes, that is his name, Marcel. Along with his brother from another mother, Guy Incognito. High 0-2 pitch keeps Frazier alive at a 1-2 count. looking down. 1 out, nobody on. Is outside that slider now 2-2. And once again, the Sox cannot hit the curve. Struck out, looking. Everybody can throw that curve. Why aren't you guys doing anything about it? I'm not expecting anything from my team. And the catcher, Zavala, who has done so much today. Done so much good work defensively. He's at 0-1. It's now evened up as that pitch missed on the outside. 1-1. Does he need a $1 billion contract? Is he is his talent to the level that a team would willingly that some organization would willingly part what is a noticeable and appreciable part of its net worth for Shohei Ohtani? We're up to 3-1, by the way. I don't know how. Oh, Davinsky ends up missing on that 3-1 pitch, and now we have a runner on first. I'm not going to complain. Maybe I guess I could because it's making the game longer. And we're going to have to go to the bottom of the ninth because we're playing in Los Angeles. And I couldn't imagine that all these people would be out at a big crowd in a public place if there was any kind of air quality problem out there. Definitely not. Oh, and the Mr. Duck is back up. 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a weird last name that I can't pronounce. That one was very high on him. 2-0 now. And yes, you are here again, Angie. Yeah, $1 billion contract, stake and ownership. Oh my God, that's the second straight walk in a row. First and second now for the White Sox here in the 8th inning. Oh, now we got somebody coming out to the mound in some very imposing sunglasses. Looks like it's going to be an actual conference and not just a get the hell out of here meeting. Davinsky gets a pat on the butt from the Moose. And they continue with the next batter, who is... Oh, that's Anderson that's up? All right. Yep, Anderson is up for the Sox. Final in Oakland, Yankees 10, Athletics 4. That's a shame. Called strike to Anderson for the first pitch of this at-bat. Cracks one off, but it bends foul. Now an 0-2 for Anderson. That one's in the dirt, but thankfully collected by the catcher before it could bounce away. We're up to 1-2 now. And yes, we've made it so far along that the Marlins and the Red Sox game is now underway, folks. I understand if you switch over because, yeah, I gotta imagine it would hurt less than this. Oh, 2-2 now. Come on, Anderson. This is a great opportunity. Just get another single. You don't need to hit far, just another single. And he takes the big cut and 3 outs. They strand 2 in the 8th inning. Angels have tacked on a run in the a hit, in the meantime, but still trail by 2. Oh dear. Deary, 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 dear. So, quick question for everybody. The way this game is going, is it going to require another Screw City to get through it? Because I'm very tempted. I'm thinking it might, but I also want your honest opinion on whether you think it's a good idea. And no, don't let Danny DeVito live inside your walls. That's just not going to end well for anybody, especially not your franchise. We got a definite yes from Luke. William votes yes as well. 2 yeses. Do the drinky thingy, says Luke. That can't. The extra encouragement is appreciated. However, it's still only 2 votes. And now Minnesota is still on. It's Minnesota, Cleveland, Detroit. Oh. I'm telling you, folks, Detroit's going to come out of nowhere, either get the last wild card or take the division somehow. All right, that's 3 votes for yes. Drinky will happen. Gregory Santos is now in to pitch for the White Sox. 39 strikeouts on the season in 35 games. 2 recorded wins on the season as well. Officially the bottom of the 8th. And who is up to bat for the Angels? Why, it's none other than Mr. ThIIIrd. Yes, once again, to remind you, another stupid sports show, and especially today's broadcast, is made possible by our sponsor, Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company. Never forget your first taste of Screw City. And with that, first pitch is fouled off down the third base side. 0-1. That slider very inside. Thaiss had to jump back a bit. 1-1. Catcher assistants couldn't help on the 1-1. It's now officially 2 balls, 1 strike to Thaiss. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce his name, but it's how I'm choosing to pronounce it for today. 2-1 is being delivered, and slider gets set and once again foul. 2-2 is our count. We have not had a run scored since the 3rd inning by either team. Little chopper that's going to go foul down the first baseline this time. Count holds at 2-2. Oh, and in case any of you were wondering in the back of your heads, when college football comes back, we will be doing the polls for the games because those were always very exciting to see what sort of nightmare you all would put me into. And who knows, maybe we'll get another chance to crash the Division 3 streaming site again if things work out. In the NL Central, Cincinnati is leading by a half a game, it looks like, over Milwaukee. Pittsburgh just ahead of Chicago, and St. Louis still waiting for their wings to work. Big swing on Hunter Renfroe from that pitch. Gets an 0-1 count, and another big cut on a slider puts him down to 0-2. Yeah, Wagner versus Sacred Heart. That was a damn, and he gets him with another and gets him with a half-hearted check swing strikeout. Hmm. Escobar now up 1-for-3 on the day. Big hack at a slider inside, down close to his ankles. 0-1. Calls timeout. That might be his only. They only get one timeout, I believe. Bosco is the answer to all of life's questions. Yeah, I know you're going to suggest all bullshit games again, Luke. I've come to expect it. And I'm also going to count on at least one of you, maybe all of you, trying to get other people in the Grossi Discord to try to tilt the votes in one direction or another. So I know what I'm getting into. In fact, I'm welcoming it with open arms. Also a former brewer. Oh. Well, what if you happen to know, Logan, why did the Brewers get rid of Mr. Escobar? We're up to 2-2 now, by the way. Gonna be drilled easily to the second baseman. Simple play to first. They're out of the top of the eighth. Oh, wait, they're out of the eighth period. We have now made it, to the ninth. Oh yeah, you would never do something like that, Luke. Not you. You are a paragon of virtue and temperance. Screw City Lager. Yeah. Oh, a rental player from 2021 that you acquired at the deadline. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Still kind of breaks my brain that the Orioles are doing so well this season and that they're outpacing all the other teams in the wild card and they would officially be third place in the entire American League. That's how these things were structured right now. I do not get it. I do not get it. Also, the fact that the entire AL East, with the exception of Boston sometimes, is just literally mopping the floor with everyone. Strange days, man. Strange days. Oh, yeah. You do that, Luke. Set that good example. Meanwhile, we have a new pitcher out for the Angels. This is Jacob Webb. Got a nice low ERA out of 16 games of 1.53. 19 strikeouts, 17.2 innings pitched. Dumb question. Did they change the name of saves to holds? I've never heard of holds as a pitcher stat before. Oh, and meanwhile, we start with a hit by pitch on Robert Jr. Got him in the upper arm. All right, and another base runner early in the inning for the Sox, a pattern that they repeated a number of times this inning. It's a greater effect early on in the game. It's been kind of a scoreless slog since the third. Yeah. Well, I will just refrain on any further thoughts I have about Hollywood. Robert does beat the throw, isn't able to capitalize on the throw getting away from the second baseman. Officially a 1-1 count now. Got a strike on that pickoff attempt. He's going again. And he just takes third. He has gone all the way around to third. He is moving like he's in paradise by the dashboard light. Now all we need is a suicide squeeze play with a bunt down the third base line. Let's see, get the replay on this. And I'll rocket to Moustakas, who he was in perfect position to gather it. He's able to make the play himself at first and keep the runner at third. First out of the inning registered, and now Mr. Vaughn is up again. Andrew Vaughn struck out twice, ground out, flew out deep. He will foul this one away to make it 1-1. All right, here we go. 1-1. Gonna chip it out to center field, and it's gonna miss by the center field to get past him. It's definitely going to score Roberts, but Vaughn could get second on this. He's going for third. 8-5 now. White Sox are leading. It gets a triple. They might call it a double with an error. Okay, cool. They don't call errors on just missed fielding plays. It has to be a definite legitimate visible screw up. And And that was just a missed opportunity. Dang. Well, here we are, folks. Because of this, we're definitely going to the bottom of the ninth. Yep. Marking an 8. I am marking an 8. And Yaz Grandal has a chance to get a run, but he gets a strike to begin his at-bat. Won't get easily cracked to second. Simple play to get him to 2 outs. Now Berger is up. Vaughn would probably love to be driven home after all the futility that he's gone through today. Meanwhile, Berger has also gone through the similar futility. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, a pop out, and a ground out. Somebody yells Berger's name. He does not swing and is a called strike. I'm not sure if it's the same gravelly chicken throat guy from earlier, but Berger takes a crack at that four-seam fastball, ends up fouling it back. Exactly, MKI. It is Berger time. Well, it's not Berger time yet. Kendall Graveman is warming up for the White Sox in the bullpen. Checks his swing. Does not go. 1-2. Crowd is not happy about it. AL West, Texas still leads Houston by about 6 games. Los Angeles Angels are behind. And they get a stolen base run in after an overthrow during the at-bat. Count is 2-2. Score is 9-5. And Berger does the right thing by getting the hell out of the way so he can allow Vaughn to slide in. Good effort by Webb to get in and try to make the play at home. Good throw by the catcher. It was just a bang, bang in the other direction that time. And way outside by Webb. Oh. Oh, better get that out of there because we don't have a runner on third anymore. Our Berger is called time. It's his 1 disengagement for the at-bat. Angie is sleeping peacefully on her blanket, still on the top of the ninth. 2 outs, full count. And he gets him swinging to end the inning. We are going to head to the bottom of the ninth, and I'm going to take one last pause for the cause before we come back for the possible conclusion of White Sox Angels after this on 106.9 Click FM.
It's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late, and the funny thing is I'm not tired. It's getting long. It's getting long. It's getting long, and the funny thing is on fire. I'm running off. I'm running off. I'm running off the track, splitting in two. You made me wait. You made me wait. You made me wait. Back me into same. And the funny thing is I'm not tired. It's all a song. It's all a song. It's all a song. And the funny thing is on fire.
So, wouldn't you know it? We've got a pop out here in the bottom of the ninth. Start things off. Mickey Moniak is up next, however. And he's already done some damage this game, but he hasn't faced Graveman, who is in right now for the White Sox. Nobody on base. Bottom of the ninth. White Sox trying to split the series. Hard hit, but foul down the first base line. One and one count. Misses up high. 1-2 now. Who would have thought? And because White Sox managed to score 8 runs just for today, fuck it, I'm marking an 8. Out comes the White Russian. Able to stop short on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Moniak. And again, he did not go all the way around. We have gone to a full count. That one is perfect down the middle. Strike 3, out number 2. Mike Trout is now up to keep this alive for the Angels. I almost said the White Sox because that was how I was expecting this game to go. That fastball crept up in the strike zone. 1-0 on Trout. That one's just perfectly in there. 1-1. You know, I'm sure they have more hits than that by now. They had to have gotten at least 10 or 11. Yeah, 5 runs on 9 hits. That's a little embarrassing. Ohtani is on deck. It's 2-2 now to Trout. But that is not a strike right now. 3-2. Full count for Trout. 9 runs on 9 hits officially. And Trout will launch that one into left center. It will get cut off, so he will only get a single, even though he nearly made the gap. Still 2 outs, but now Ohtani is up. Let me fix that real quick. 9 runs officially on 9 hits. Remember, they got a run from a stolen base on a wild pitch as well. There's Ohtani. And he takes a big hack, strike 1. Got him with a slider on the inside. And now he's going to get him strike 2. Batter's taking time out. Yes, please walk him again. Walk him again. You can do it, Graveman. Walk him again. Instead, that one will be clocked opposite field foul. But the fans are still cheering at him. You got this, Ohtani. You got this, Ohtani. They believe in him out here. That one sailed high. 1-2. Might get your wish, folks. Walk him, you cowards. And that was off Ohtani's bat and over the wall. 2-run game now, folks. White Sox now only up 9-7. Oh, damn. He knows how to hit a breaking pitch. Ohtani-san. Get him that samurai helmet right now. Yeah, happy Friday to you too. Just for the fact that you've made it to Friday. I know I'm not there yet, Luke, but enjoy it while you've got the head start, okay? All right, we still 9-7. Drury is going to take a big hawk at this and knock it foul. 0-1. That one's far outside. Gives Drury a 1-1 count. Let me then takes a big cut upstairs for 1-2. Oh, apparently the Angels have out hit the Sox today. So yeah. And that's going to do the game. A strikeout on Drury to finish it up. Damn. And they split the series in Anaheim with 2 victories. The 11-5 last night, 9-7 today. Damn. Never would have expected. Yeah, at least Ohtani got another home run. Maybe he could get closer to breaking a record. That'd be cool. But, folks, I did not expect this result today. I am completely agog by the fact that the White Sox have won a game, especially against the Los Angeles Angels, who have so much going for them. Yeah. I can't win everything when I pick my teams that I'm following. No, this isn't I'm not so much it's not so much the isotopes for them as I'll figure out something for them. I don't have anything clever at the moment. I'm just glad we made it through the other side and that it was somewhat interesting at the end. So, folks, I don't think a Sox Cubs World Series has ever happened, but believe me, when the Subway Series, as they call it in Chicago, occurs, it gets brutal. There's a good chance of a fight breaking out every game. But here we are. We have a win for the White Sox as Detroit is still ahead of them, I think, in the AL Central. May it burn merrily through the rest of the season. Thank you so much for being here for another Stupid Sports Show. I'm your host, Jim B. On tomorrow night for Martinique versus Panama and CONCACAF. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.